What's up, guys? Evil Rogue here. As you know, we don't just do gaming, we also do models. We build a lot of lowriders, donks, things like that. I don't know if you've seen our channel before, but we build awesome lowriders, sell them, and ship them all around the world. So, today we're going to be doing an unboxing on an 85 Oldsmobile 442 slash FE3-X. This is going to be a 2-in-1 car. This car does have a stock option, or it has the show option. Alright, we are going to be building the stock option because it looks better for old school lowriders, dogs, things of that nature. So, we're going to do a quick unboxing today on this bad boy right here. I have done this model before. I have never done an unboxing on it. I believe I built 4 or 5 of these in the past. So, all we're going to do is show you some cool stuff that comes in it and get that done as fast as we can. Go over a couple flaws, a couple things that could be better, and stuff to watch out for. Here we go right here. This is our first tree we pulled out. This is going to be your chrome tree, at least one of them. You're going to have 2 sets of wheels on here. As I said, you do have 2 options to go with on this car. One is like an old school Oldsmobile Krager. The other one is for the show car option. They are some 5 stars. I'll show you there what those look like. The other thing you have on here is going to be your mirror inserts. You also have your shifter, and you have your review mirror there in the middle. All right. If you're short on these, or for some reason you need a set, I've got about 4 or 5 of these sets put back in the wheel container. This is where I keep all my wheels. Extras, things of that nature. I've got a few of these. Any stocks that you need, I have them, trust me. Alright, this is going to be our second tree. We're going to run through this pretty fast, guys. I don't want you here forever, and I know you want to get back to doing what you're doing as well. So, if you're thinking about doing this model, it's a good model. I highly recommend it. I'm just going to show you a couple things that's in here, and we'll move on. Okay, so these are fender flares. These are your fender flares for the show car model. Alright, do not recommend using these without some sort of Bondo, something like that. You're going to do a lot of work to get these to fit correctly, but there is your fender flares for your wide body option. Alright, what we have here is we have a 2-in-1 piece where your rear drive, your rear axle is attached to your drive shaft. So this is a 2-in-1 piece. All right. Then you're going to have your shocks here and your struts. Pretty simple on that tree. This one here, we have some motor components. We're going to have our power steering fluid reservoir. Looks like an alternator. You have all of your front of your vehicle right here. Serpentine belt, AC compressor. We're also going to have our radiator, and we're also going to have our intake, as well as our rear sway bar links and sway bar. All right. Made pretty good. The tree's very nice. They did rework this model a while back. Looks really good. Everything, I don't see a lot of plastic flare. Looks pretty good. As usual, we do have our 2-part motor. Looks good. It does have some really good indents here. Very nice. As well on this car, on one of the options, if not both, these are a head and valve cover in one. A lot of us don't like that because we like to do these in chrome. But this is a head and valve cover in one, guys. Might be something you steer away from this car for. All right, we have our master cylinder. We have a couple hoses here. And we do have our exhaust manifolds. All right. Exhaust manifolds there. All right, right here, we have our front end. Our front end here. We have all of our suspension. And we do have both of our axles for the front tires there. As well, on this tree, you have your full exhaust assembly. It goes right down to the bottom of the motor and all the way out the back of the car. So no 2 or 3 piece exhaust on this one. As well, on the side, you have some firewall components and a couple more engine components like your distributor and your water pump, things like that, as well as a carburetor on this tree. Once again, it's done in really nice plastic. I still highly recommend that you guys wash all your parts before you paint them, as they do have some oil from the factory on them still, and it does make for a little pain when you go to paint them. All right, our seats here, we do have the old school bucket. They do have some indentions on the seat here. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. Lighting probably makes it a little hard here. Let me turn it to the side. I think you can see it now. It's just some small indentions on the seat. It is a 2-part front and back on this tree. On the back of the seats there, you can see that they have some, like, a couple little trays that pull down. They don't actually pull down on this car, but they are modeled after that. All right, on this tree, we're going to have our dash. We're going to have our door panels. We're going to have our dash panel. There's a piece of glass that sits under this. And we have our steering column and our mirrors on this one. All right, this one here. We have the bottom of the car, the frame. This is a frame and bottom chassis complete. So this one is not a separate frame like some of the Impalas we've done in the past. Looks pretty good. There's, definitely some detail here. I mean, it's a little bit to be desired, but there is some detail there. Looks like our transmission mount is built into this as well. This is a pretty straightforward car to build. All right, there's the other side. Another thing that's really cool about this model, I don't know if you guys have ever sent your interior off to have it done. There's a couple places. I'm not sponsored by them. I'll tell you one, but it's Scaled Lowrider Interiors. Does awesome work, or he can ship you your own stuff and you can put it in yourself. Really cheap kits. I think it's like $50 or something, maybe even less than that, like $25 for a kit. Comes with 2 seats. But anyway, you can ship him off these buckets with the dash, and he will build your whole interior for you and ship it back. Really cool. If you guys want more info about them, drop in the comments below, and I'll do what I can to get that for you. But this is your bucket here. Comes with the center console already mounted in there, rear seat, and that is about it. All right. We're going to move on and go ahead and do the body. And I can already tell this one is different from ones I've done in the past. There is some changes I've already seen. All right, in this one, you're going to find your pins. These are your pins for your wheels. If you choose to go with the stock wheel and suspension, you will need these pins. Don't lose them. As well as your tail lights. This is your tail lights. They come red, so you don't have to paint them. That's awesome. And here is the body. So just to describe this body to you guys, the lines are really great. There's not a lot of flashing on here that I can see. There's not, no dents, anything like that. This one does have a particular flaw right here in the trunk. Trying to get it on the light there. You see it? It's got an insert right there, kind of. So that's something that'll have to be fixed. As well as down the sides right here, it does have some flashing from the mold. So you just have to sand those off or trim it off with a knife. No big deal. It's got some nice holes right here so that you can put your review mirrors in. It's really nice when they have holes like this. You don't just have to glue them on the side before or after you paint. It's really nice. So how I've done these in the past, guys, there is a front end and a rear end. You're going to have two separate ones on this vehicle. Let me go ahead and show you now and then tell you a couple things about it that I've done in the past, and this may help you, but I'll let you make your own assumptions and your own mistakes. All right, so you're going to have a couple sets here. This is one of your front ends and rear ends. This is the other one, okay? One stock, one is for the show car. All right? As you see, they are not on the car. The problem you're going to have if you glue these on the car before it's time to glue them on the car, you won't be able to get the bottom in, okay? Because the front end is going to stop you from getting this in. As you can see, this little indent in the front right here on the bottom goes out further than this top. So by the time you get the front and rear on, you will not be able to get it in. Now, what I highly recommend you doing, guys, is if you're going to put one on at all, put the front end on. The front end is what people are going to see most. The rear end is just a small bottom bumper. It attaches down here. You're not going to see it really too bad if you mess up. You are going to see the front end as it goes all the way up to the hood. Put the hood or put the front end on before you paint. All right, put it on. Don't put the bottom bumper on though. Okay, guys. So on this tree, you are going to have a couple things that go with the set. All right. So if you choose to go with the stock version, you're gonna have this steering wheel. And you're gonna have this air cleaner cover. All right. You decide to go with this one, you're gonna have this bad boy right here. You can tell that this one is for the show car because it has this bottom lip right here. Okay, and it comes with this steering wheel and this air cleaner cover. All right, this right here is going to be part of your flares. If you did decide to go with the fender flares I showed you earlier, you are going to put these on your car. It is going to match it. These are for the sides. Okay, it makes it more of a wide body. Once again, I would not attempt to do this if you are a beginner into building models. This is for a really advanced person to make this look right. You could try it if you wanted, totally up to you. This is for the front and rear, all right, on the sides. This is for where the doors are. This is for the front. This is for the rear by the bumpers. All right, this is to make your wide body. All right, as well, you're going to have two sets of hoods, all right. One has a cowl. This one right here. One does not. Okay. This is going to be your spoiler for the trunk if you decide to go with it or you don't. It is not already added on there, which I really like, so you can go with either option you want. All right. Let's get into it here. So another thing, guys, that I want to tell you. The windows on this car can be a pain in the you-know-what. All right, so these windows actually go in from the outside, these back ones. All right, be very careful when putting them in. They break very easily, and you could definitely mess up your whole build doing the windows on this car. I've seen it done, and I've done it myself. As well, on this clear tree, you're going to have all of your headlights. You're going to have your, looks like you got fender lights for right here on the sides. So you do actually get lights for that you can paint. And you have a front and rear window, and then you have the glass for the dash that I was telling you about earlier. Here's your tires. They are just plain tires. They have no markings on them either way. No like Goodyear, BF Goodrich. No markings on them either way. Just some plain black tires. These tires go with each set of wheels that you got. All right, let's go ahead and show you the graphics. All right, so these graphics come with every single one of these cars. You're going to have two options that you can do this in. You can do this in the black and yellow, or you can do this in the gold and silver. So you have gold and silver on this side, black and yellow on this side, okay? You're going to have tags to match each option, and I think that's about it. Other than that, everything is the same. All right. I've never used these graphics. I have quite a few cards of these. So if anybody needs those, hit me up as well. And then you have the awesome Revell booklet. Unlike AMT or other model companies, these Revell does pretty good. Revell, however you want to say it, does pretty good about sending you the book. I love the book. Some of it in here can be a little bit under describing. Let's just say it like that, okay? So some of it is gonna take your imagination, you know, so just do what you can. Build it the way you want to build it. It doesn't matter what it looks like in the end, as long as it made you happy. The journey, how it looks in the end, that's what it's all about, guys, all right? It ain't about making other people happy. It's about making you happy, all right? If that's what it did, then you did a good job building your model. I don't care what nobody says. Hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. We'll keep you updated on this build, and we are going to show you a couple more things before we get off here. We're going to show you possibly the paint we're going to go with and possibly the wheels. We're thinking about these 5-star 28s that we got from Mads Customs. And we're thinking about going with this gold. But I think I'm going to end up going with a red on this car. If we do not go with these wheels, we're going to be going with some gold wires that look kind of like this. So we'll be going with some gold wires, or we're going to be going with these chromed out 5-star 28s. I haven't decided if I want to go lowrider hydraulics or if I want to go, you know, big rim donk style. So let me know what you guys think. Which one should I go with, guys? Should I go with the donk or should I go with the lowrider? Let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I love you, and I'll catch you on the next one.